Okay, so I found this video series on Jamstack, and I have not used Jamstack, and perhaps you have not either. And let's take a look at some of the concepts involved in this particular topic. So we have Jamstack itself, whatever that is. We have nuxt, whatever that is. And we have static site generator, or SSG. And if you're new to these types of videos, I say nukes, you say nukes. I say Jamstack, you say Jamstack in the moment of silence. Storyblok, something called Storyblok, without the C. Looks like it's a content management system. Deploying a site to the Jamstack. So the Jamstack receives sites. We have content, consuming the content from the content management system. So we're dealing with content here. Creating content in the content management system, or we're importing or consuming it. Some kind of toolbelt you can use, probably with a bunch of tools. Static site generator, we have that one. Now their example is a portfolio website. So that's not specific to this technology, so I'm not going to record that. We've got Storyblok, and there's something called a hero block. Hero block. Storyblok content type. Now that is different. Storyblok content type. Fallback content. Fallback content. Something called a project. Probably the high level groupings of everything underneath it. Reusability with presets. Something called presets. Content reusability. It's where you build some code in a way that you can reuse it in the future more easily. Well, we have site, and we have site deployment, and we have site management. So I'll move this one up here with the contents and move these guys over here. Now we have a static site. Makes me think there might be a dynamic site. Netlify. What is netlify? We have our live site in the Storyblok editor. So if we have this thing called a Storyblok, and there's a content, Storyblok content site, there's a Storyblok editor, where you make your changes and save your changes. Publish content. So I would almost say that if things have a content type, eventually those things will get published. So let's just talk about published content. What's out there for people to access? Trigger rebuilds. So we have something called rebuilds, and you'll have to know how to trigger them, but you can trigger a lot of things, so I'm not going to write trigger when the content changes. So you're going to go somewhere, you're going to add some content, you're going to save it, you're going to publish it, but then if you come back and add some more and change it, there's some type of trigger that rebuilds your new changes so that it publishes it, your new changes. Workflows, that's a pretty popular word. Device previews. So how does my code render on different types of devices? Tablets, mobile tablets, phones, all sizes of devices. App directory. So I'm guessing we're building an app, and there's other people building apps, and there's some kind of directory that they can browse published apps. Okay, so that's a quick introduction to Jamstack and how you can use that to build apps. I don't see any other words here, so let's see how many we have. And we'll go ahead and make it a little prettier. Move these guys around. And if you weren't doing so, go ahead and go back through this and verbalize it. Speak it. Use the phonics skills you required in your K through 12 education. Or if you're in K through 12 right now, even better, go ahead and say the word Storyblok or static site or rebuilds. So we have 3, 2, 4, 6, 18, and 24. We have 24 new Jamstack concepts. I wanted to include Storyblok. I'm going to say that with Storyblok because it seems like that's pretty useful here because they only have this hero block thing too. But that has a C in it, if you notice. So I don't know. I don't know what netlify is. 24 Jamstack concepts with Storyblok.